Hola, hola, mi nombre es Gant, and welcome to my channel. Sorry, I can't really speak Spanish for that long, but well, hello, my name is Gant, welcome to Lucid9. Last time, we were at the amusement park, and we went to play some game, which we learned a little bit more about Yahiko and Misaki. Then, we went to go see a robot fighting match, man, and fucking Ari was participating. He fought against the grand champion and won. So I thought that was pretty cool. And now we get to decide what our next journey will be. Let's see. Let's do laser tag. Or should we do Ferris Wheel? Nah, Ferris Wheel, man. There's a Ferris Wheel to our right. Basic but huge, looming over the rest of the park. Heights, anyone? Heights is my middle name. No, it isn't. Either way, a Ferris wheel may be our best choice. It might calm some of us who are a little overexcited. She sends a significant glance at Akari, who is currently sprinting to and fro, wildly flapping her arms and snorting. I'm a dragon! I'm breathing fire! I'm flying! I'm a dragon! Maybe there has been too much excitement for the day. Everyone seems to look forward to taking a breather. What the fuck? I'm a dragon! Right, Ferris wheel it is. Ruri clicks and growls a little at Ikari, who clicks and growls back. Then thankfully, we head to the Ferris wheel without any more anomalies. Mama dragon! Grrr. And she's like, The cars are small, since the Ferris wheel is meant to fit as many of them as possible. They're only meant to fit 2 people. Guess we're paired off. Ruri colors slightly at this. Everyone seems to notice. I pretend not to. I guess we are, huh? Hey, you and Captain share a car. What makes you say that? Well, you're a pair. Why else? Akari! Well, Ruri, if you make it such a big deal. Anyway, I'm going Masato. He shoots a very significant look at the rest of the group. Oh, of course. Misaki, shall we? I believe we shall. Then I'm with her. Her name is Ari, you know. But I'd rather go with Ari it is. What? Do they think I'm blind? Well, that's settled. It looks like you have no choice but to ride in a car together. The others pranced in their respective cars, leaving Ruri and me in silence. That was quite possibly the most subtle way to get us together. I guess we're just bored. Yeah. Next time I see Akari, we're going to have a little chat. Ruri and I slip into the next car, a cozy blue box with blue cushioned seats and blue doors and blue ceilings, dressed with white trim and white wood and white light. Ruri eases comfortably into her seat, turning her head until she's staring out the window. After the attendant closes our door, the Ferris wheel begins to steadily clunk upwards. Yama? The serious outline of her voice catches me off guard. I find myself curling my fingers into the cushions beneath me. What? I'm really glad I met you. My heart throbs unexpectedly against my ribcage. Nervousness? Shock? I immediately move to distance myself from the alien emotion. I know. Who else would be willingly victim of your verbal abuse? Not that, you know. I feel like you don't hear it very often. I'm glad you're here, Yama. I'm glad I know you. I hadn't known that this was possible to simultaneously feel intensely cold and intensely hot. Something about her words is very discomforting. I'm dumb. Discomforting. Even while I feel warmth creeping into my limbs. I guess that if I wasn't here, I could be glad. I guess that if I wasn't here, I couldn't be glad. So, by default, I'm glad I'm here too. Stupid. What am I even saying? Why do you always do that? Do what? Deflect attention off of yourself. Because I'm not worth paying attention to? Because why would someone as bright and adorable and winning as Ruri care for me cares for me after all these years? Why is she the one who's glad we're friends when I'm the one who should be saying that 10, 50, and 100 times over? I haven't done anything for her. Complain, whine, criticize, complain some more. Who'd really want that kind of friend? I have fun when I'm around you. Well, fuck. I have fun when you're around. I love our bickering. I like watching your stupid competitions with Masato. Just be yourself, okay? I should honestly admit to myself that I'm touched, but I'm far too awkward for that. Well, I can't exactly be anyone else. Gosh, you really love to kill the mood, don't you? It's better than killing other things. Oh, Yama. You kill other things too. Such as? You kill my expectations of having a relationship with you. You put me in the fucking friend zone, Yama. That's what you've done to me. Then she just jumps out. Goodbye forever. Whee! Oh man, I'm kind of fucked up like that. I'm sorry. Brain cells. It's so unexpected that it makes me laugh. The atmosphere instantly relaxes at the sudden injection of a snark. We fall into silence after the breeze of humor. Ruri resumes staring out of the car window. I glance around, searching for other topic. Scenery, boring. Weather, worse. Love life, bad idea. What's bad about weather, man? Come on. Dude, I said this before. That used to be my go-to line. What a beautiful weather we're having this morning. What a beautiful weather we're having today. Jolly good show. That used to be my my go-to sentence. Because I was awkward at talking too, you know. Not bad as Yama, but in that bad where it's like I wouldn't say nothing. Because I know I'm gonna mess it up. I idly brush my hand against the window frame. It seems to breathe beneath my fingertips. Say, that's an idea. I reach an arm until they're touching I reach my arms until they're touching either side of the car. Ruri turns to me, questions weighing on her brow. What are you doing? Earthquake! My voice slips out unusually high and childish as I shove my body to and fro. I'm gonna say fro. Our car immediately begins to swing, creaking metallically beneath my weight. Ruri pales and clings to her cushion. Dude, I would never do this shit. What the fuck? I'm afraid of heights too, so like, I wouldn't even be on a Ferris wheel. But shit, man, just shaking? Ugh. Stop that! Stop that! Stop what? You know, if you shake it too much, we might fall. Fall? Like this? I fade crashing to the sides, slamming into the car walls with more force than I probably should. Ruri squeals, instinctively reaching for me. Don't do that! That's dangerous! It's dangerous! What's dangerous? This? I straighten and pretend to fall again, but Ruri snatches my wrist and pulls me towards her. My momentum collapses against her. I'm barely able to catch myself against her seat. For a long moment, we stay in silence. I loom over Ruri, one hand curled on the seat by her head, the other instinctively claps around her shoulder. Her face is unnaturally close. At this distance, I can feel her breath, short and warm, brushing against my cheek. Her eyes, amber, also warm. Her hair, the color of light fire, silky, warm. Everything about her, warmth, comfort, love. Yama? Sorry. I finally come to my senses and pop back in my seat, staring very resolvely out the window. What the heck was I just doing? Rui. This is Rui. Rui Hayata. The girl who's in love with you. Get a grip on yourself. And now the silence is suffocating. So. We immediately pause, eyes cutting between the windows and each other. You first. No, it's okay. I didn't have anything important to say. Me neither. Silence. Again. Do you? We stop again. Awkward. So awkward. What were you gonna say? Just, do you like trees? I feel the sudden impulse to bash my head into the window until it shatters. Trees? Really? Sure. They're like normal trees, I guess. Yeah, they are. We drift back into silence. I have to say something. I have something to say. Is she going to say what I think she's going to say? No. I have a better idea. You didn't even know what I was gonna say. Still, it's a better idea. Well, okay. She seems gently annoyed, which catches me off guard. Shouldn't she be relieved? Relieved that she won't have to say anything embarrassing? So, what's this better idea? In hindsight, I really should have thought of something before claiming so. Not that I have the luxury anyway. Oh, Yama. Well, I was gonna say that. A simple kind of crazy idea leaps into my head and I go for it. What now? I immediately drop to the floor in an athletic crouch, pretending to search for something. Rui's face transforms as she curiously surveys my actions. After a few seconds of pausing, I pretend to yank something out from beneath the seat. Bugged. Well, what? Why? Shh. Agent Hayata, don't make another move. I slowly peer out the window, silently praising myself for the diversion. Looks like Rui forgot about what she was gonna say. But just for good measure, I throw myself to the floor with a yell. Rui instinctively follows. They got RPGs! Houston, we have a problem! I start shaking the box again as Rui immediately imitates an explosion, tossing herself around. Oof! Direct hit! Commander! Shield's at 23%! I'm a bit busy! I mimic fighting some sort of alien and pretend to kick it out of the car. They have boarded! Looks like we're done for, Lieutenant. The only thing left to do? A silence falls between us as we understand the gravity of the situation. Kamikaze? Let's give him one hell of a show. You got it, Commander. With her new enthusiasm, she whips around, slamming her hands against the cushions. The cart shakes with enemy fire, but she refrains her focus. Stay on target! Stay on target! The cart screeches with speed and she hones in on the motor's fuck. The cart screeches with speed as she hones in at the mothership, right at the weak point. Stay on target! Mister? It's time for you to disembark. We're abruptly yanked back into reality. Rui is leaning over the cushions, mashing her fingers against imaginary controls while I'm by the window fighting off non-existent boarders. The flush of embarrassment that creeps up my neck is mimic on Rui's end. So sorry, really sorry. We creep out of the car, feeling the attendant's eyes weight heavily on our backs. I probably should have done that. You know, you do a lot of things that you probably shouldn't do. There's a pun in there somewhere, but I can't find it. We could ask Ari. She's the queen of puns. No. Fuck, why did I say Ari? We could ask Akira. She is the queen of puns. We grin at each other, like the pair of fools we are. We should meet up with the group. Yeah. Ruri's gaze flits between me and the ground. Yama? It happens in one fluid motion. She steps forward, gently pinching the edges of my sleeve between her fingers, tiptoes up and softly, hesitantly, places her lips against my cheek. Then, almost before I can register it, she retracts, cheeks flushing. Thank you! She turns and darts off to the rest of the group. For a moment, I can only stand there, mind completely blank, hands against my cheek. Why? Why would she do something like that? Why? Hey, Cap! If you're done standing around like a goof, we're ready! I force myself out of my stupor and amble over to the rest of the group, plastering a fake smile on my face. Think first? No, this first. Think later. Where should we go next? Fuck, am I gonna do all of these? Cause that would suck, cause they take time, all of these, what the fuck? Let's do tower drop. Several terrifying screams from nearby turned my attention to a tower of twisted metal that seems to stretch to the sky. Masato eagerly nudges me in the ribs, pointing frantically at the set tower of twisted metal. Hey Yama, you and me! What? The tower drop, man! No. There are more elegant ways of suicide, you know. It ain't suicide, it'll be awesome! Clearly his definition of awesome vastly differs from mine, or any sane person's definition of awesome. Have fun! You gotta come with me! What? Why? It's destiny, man. Can't you hear it calling you? The ground is calling me more. Stop babying around. Think of it this way. Gravity accelerates in 9.8 meters per second squared, and the tower may be 125 meters high. If we plug in the figures, fuck man. If we plug it in to figure out the ending velocity of a falling object, we get the square root of 2 times 9.8 times 125, which is 1,225, and that gives us 49.5. Bad. Our ending velocity, 49.5 meters per second downwards, neglecting air resistance, of course. Then, we plug that into the time equation, then get the time. We gotta divide our velocity numbers by gravity numbers. So, 49.5 divided by 9.8 gives us something around 5.05 seconds. This all means that if the tower breaks, you'll only be terrified out of your wits for 5.05 seconds before you die a quick and painless death. Thanks, that's really reassuring. Still, this sudden display of intelligence leaves everyone in shocked silence. Masato easily grabs me by the arm and lunges me to the tower. Sometimes I think that Masato's a lot smarter than I give him credit for. I feel an impending sense of doom as the attendant straps me in the tower seat, leaving my legs dangling in thin air. I don't see why anyone would do this for fun. Being terrified is fun, man. Yeah, masochist. My stomach lunges in my throat as our seats begin to rise. I note that there's a hyperventilating girl to my left, and further down, a kid looks like he's about to vomit. Hey, you should calm down, man. You look like a little habiki. Habi what? Habiki, my bro. 8 years old? Oh, I didn't know you had a little brother. Got a lot of them, and more to spare. 4 little tykes to look after. Ah, wait a minute. 4 siblings? You really didn't know? Who in their right mind would have 5 children? 8 technically, but the older ones are in college. Dude, my dad, that's only my dad. He has like 7 kids. You realize that just makes things more outrageous, right? How could 2 people possibly take care of 8 children? You're saying that Mom and Pa didn't raise us right? Well, honestly, if even every member of the family is as capable as Masato, I'll be terrified at how much power they have. What was it like growing up? It was amazing. We learned how to fight tooth and nail for our survival. Is that psychologically healthy? How did you ever survive? Competitions, my man. Competitions are the answers to everything. Things are beginning to make a lot more sense. So, you have to fight for your food when you were a baby? Nah, Mom fed me then. What about when you were a toddler? Come on. No kurigane. Let another kurigane starve. What? Then why did you have competitions at all? Huh. I get you now, Yama. I kinda was thinking, why don't you try it? Fuck, I'm gonna drink my water. His voice is really hurting my throat. I was kinda thinking, why don't you try anything? But I get it now. It's cause you don't want anything. Something about his words cuts deeper than I expected. What does that have to do with anything to do with food competitions? Easy. We all want desserts, so we all fought for them. So, you split the regular food but fought for treats? Yep. If nothing else, talking with Masato helps distract me from the dizzy plunge beneath my feet. I search for more questions to keep my mind occupied. How did your parents manage to feed 8 children? The older ones work, including me. You have a job? Track is my job. You get paid? I get a scholarship, the same thing. How will you pay for college? Also scholarships. Scholarship. I need a full ride, nothing less could do. I can't help but feel undeservedly privileged. I never have to worry about money, even during Isamu's down points. Is that what all your siblings have done? It's a Kurigane tradition, man. Dude, my voice is hurting me. What the fuck? Maya, the oldest, she trained herself in Taekwondo so she can work and pay for her own lessons. Got a scholarship to Seoul Uni after she won nationals. And Yudai, he's the second oldest, prodigy at piano, played in music shops cause Ma and Pa ain't got one. Happened to run into some dude from Juilliard, and next thing you know, he's got a plane ticket to New York. I slouched in shock. From the sounds of it, the Kuriganes could conquer the universe if they so desire. So what? Here it comes, man! Brace yourself! He clutches to his armrest as our seats begin to plummet to the ground. While I've never had a huge aversion for heights, the sudden change of momentum twists my gut into knots. The vertical throws me into nausea as wind streams past my ears and into my hair. Yeah! After a long moment, we finally reach the bottom. Somehow, still in one piece. Now that's a ride. A ride straight to hell. The instant the attendant releases us, I bolt back to a comfortable order of safety on shaky knees. Well, look who's back. Haha, shut up. But You look like you were having so much fun.
Wanna go, Ruri?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm totally fine.
Actually, I think she would love to go. Come on, Ruri.
No. I'm very much fine. Hey, Yama, let's fix something.
I don't mind waiting if you really want to go on.
America, then.
I smirk at her obvious discomfort, but obligately turn back to the map. Fuck, we gotta do all of these. Okay. Oh, we got a lot of time. Let's go do... What the fuck is Extreme Carousel? Because that's a carousel right there with the horses and everything, right? What the fuck is extreme about carousel? It's like... What the... they give you like... it's like laser tag and carousel. Extreme Carousel. No, Extreme Carousel. So sitting on the horses, you stand on them. Yeah, let's do Extreme Carousel.
Ooh, Cap, do you see that?
I look to where she's rapidly waving her arms and find myself staring at a little carousel. Yeah, it's a bit underwhelming.
No, behind it.
Behind it? I look upward. Behind the kid-friendly circle of ponies, it's much larger carousel, with its seats rising into the air as it's spinning. And the seats are... dragon? Oh, I know what you're talking about now. It's so stupid, like, it's like this, but it's like fucking in the air. Like, I'm thinking of them now. I saw a commercial for Six Flags, like, it's like a seat that looks like, well, it's dragons right here, but it's a seat that looks like swings basically, and it just fucking carousel. Okay, now I get what it means by extreme carousel. Okay.
We can fly to the 7th seas and beyond, Cap. Who wouldn't want to do that?
Probably someone afraid of heights, which no one in the group seems to be.
Well, what are your guys' thoughts? Sounds great!
Oh wait, no, that was me. Like, you're exempted. You agree to everything Akari says. Kira says.
I so do not. I say we go for it. Trying new things is always a great idea.
Doesn't look all that exciting to me, but I got worse.
You get to have a hive. I get to have a dragon for a minion?
Dude, I really don't know what to do for his voice. Dude, I'm like 13 episodes in, and I got nothing for his voice. Everyone else, like, I kind of get it, like, Misaki and the other girls, it's like,
my typical girl voice, but I put my fingers on my neck, and, like, I go higher for Kira, like this. I go a little bit lower for Rui. I split.
Like, I'm literally stretching out my neck for
Misaki. And for Elizabeth, I do this, sounding a little bit British when I talk. Pip pip curio.
Like, I got everyone's voice for T, but I don't know what to do for Yahiko. Like, I'm kind of trying a little bit like this, but sometimes I just can't do it sometimes. And sometimes I forget about him, because I haven't been doing it. I look to Ari and Elizabeth, but they only shrug. Great. Time to ride the spinning wheel of death. It's, gotta be safer than a roller coaster, right? We trot briskly, a little too briskly for my taste, to the line, where Ikira points excitedly at the carousel.
Hey, Rui! Do you see what I see?
I look to where she's pointing. A couple seat, of course.
I don't know what you're saying. Why, you and Cap should ride together, of course. Why would I want to ride with Yama? He's so fat.
Excuse me?
I'm sure he just meant to say that you're big bone, Cap.
That's definitely not what surprised me.
I honestly don't see anything of Yama that can be called fat. So unfair, he doesn't even exercise.
I do, on occasions.
Yeah, when all of the planets align and the blue moon rises.
He was fit as a bull when he was in track.
a real hotshot if you join track again, Cap.
And why would I do that? Fuck.
Good aim with firearms is important. She, didn't mean that kind of hotspot, Ari. Then, what did she mean?
The attendant chooses the moment to raise the barrier. Ruri snaps to attention with a grin that's a little too shiny.
Oh boy, wow, guess it's time to go.
Oh wait, no, that's for Akira. She's more...
Oh boy, wow, guess it's time to go. We sure don't want to hold up the line. I really feel like stretching my legs, like elephant leg room. Solo pod for me.
Before anyone else in the group can blink, she immediately leaps into one personal dragon seat and straps herself in. Behind her, floods of people push past us, struggling to secure the best spots.
Clearly Rui hasn't watched enough dramas to know what happens when you defy fate.
What happens?
I have no clue. I haven't watched enough dramas either. You die. Murder. In cold blood.
Right.
You know, you and Rui are like really bad are like really bad depth perception. You look like you're really close, but you're actually not.
This might be a novel concept, but Rue and I are independent people. Sometimes we like to do things on our own.
But why do something on your own when you can do it together?
That sounds really unhealthy. Just because you can do something together doesn't mean you should.
You strike me as the kind of person who doesn't like to ask for help, Cap.
That's really random.
Not really. There's the kind of people who say...
Fuck.
Not really. See, there's the kind of people who would say, just because you can do something alone doesn't mean you should.
That means that they can't do anything on their own.
Oh, I don't think it's that. What's the point of life if you never affect other people?
This conversation is taking an interesting turn. I lean in despite myself. What do you mean by that?
Well, if you live as a hermit in the Alps and if you don't do a single thing, then the world will be the exact same whether you live or die. So, shouldn't you always be looking to affect other people?
Interesting. The crazy Akira has thoughts like these. You can't end up having a negative impact, so no, not really. Think about the difference of impact between Stalin versus, I don't know, some random civilian who buys a homeless guy some coffee.
But either way, Cap, that random citizen was still affecting humanity. Do everything alone seems lonely.
I pause at that. Yes, it really does.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, if you two want to hurry up before all the... Hey, you two might want to hurry up before all the seats are taken.
We're on it, Your Highness. But when I look up, I notice that the only solo spaces are occupied, leaving only a couple vehicles. Well, this should be pretty simple. Akari and I can ride together, negating the risk of putting up with some idiot stranger. Kari, which one do you want?
We're boarding together?
What? Would you rather be with a stranger?
I've always enjoyed the opportunity to make someone's day a little more surreal.
Usually I believe her, but something about her seems unusually fidgety. Come on, I'm not putting up with some random kid who will barf all over me. I hook my arm around her and pull her into the nearest two-seater, a nice golden dragon with overly long lashes to make it look distinctly feminine. She probably sits down, face completely blank, and I strap the seatbelts over us. She doesn't say a single word, even when I'm done preparing the vehicle. What's wrong?
On the contrary, what's right?
Pardon?
Nothing.
She turns her head and stares resolutely out the window, so I can't see her face. I wait for her to start some random conversation, but she says nothing. Akira? No response. The attendant drops by our car and closes the door. She takes one look at Akari, one look at me, and raises an eyebrow. Girlfriend mad? She seems to be saying. I try to shake my hands in a universal, no, this is not my girlfriend, but she seems to take it as well as, I swear I didn't do anything wrong, and only shakes her head as she walks away. Did I make Akira mad? Akira, are you mad?
No.
Oh, okay. More silence. Another attendant's voice drones on as the beginning procedures of the ride. Still nothing from Akira. So, how's life? No response. Akira might as well turn into stone. The ride starts up in a cranky whirl and our vehicle begins to pick up speed, rising into the air. We ascend for a few moments, stopping at a nice intermediate point around 10 feet off the ground. Having fun? Still nothing. What's going on? Hey, Akira.
And they're off. What fine specimens are here?
What the fuck? On. Sorry, I know I keep pausing on some words and I'm like, is it because I can't read them?
Draconius Rex.
Okay.
And they're off. What fine specimens of Draconius Rex gracing the wing. It's no secret that the crowd favorite is the famous Freddie, world champion for the past 120 seasons of the Dragon Races. Why, at this moment, we can see money changing hands, but in this fictional world, betting is totally not illegal.
I have no clue where this is coming from, but somehow it's a relief. I'll take a weird Akari over a quiet Akari any day. Still, it doesn't take a genius to notice that she's completely ignoring me. She won't even glance in my direction. So, Akira.
Come on, Freddie. I didn't raise you to be a loser. Winning this race, or I'm grounding you for a month.
She leans forward and slams a firm hand on the neck of the dragon, which startles me. Our speed flies higher as if in response.
That's more like it. Show me that my life spending on JPDA certified, grass-fed, gluten-free, organic carrots will pay dividends.
Aren't carrots for horses?
Some dragons are vegetarians. Are you mocking their dietary sacrifices?
I don't think no animal should be vegetarian if they're not supposed to be. You ever see vegan cats? They look fucking depressing. Google vegan cats. And I think they live up only to 9 months or a year. They die very, very young. Never put your cat on a vegan diet. Never put your dog on a vegan diet. We don't know how to make animals vegan yet. Let's focus on ourselves first, humans. Then we can fucking make animals vegans, okay? Because we don't even know if a vegan diet is really healthy for someone. Don't get me wrong, eating vegetables is good for your health, but just vegan with no meat or anything, we really don't know the effects. Long term, in one generation, a guy from, a baby from 0, or a kid, right? To an old man, we still don't have that data yet.
I really didn't peg you as such a dragoness person.
What?
You see, I am the esteemed Sir Angle, trainer of dragons worldwide, and you are just insignificant little Sir Caraway.
Why those names?
I'm Angle.
It's Angle, it's not even an angel.
I'm Angle because I want to be an angel, but no matter how close I get, I can't. And you're Caraway, because whenever you have a care, you throw it away.
At this, Akari seems to renew her determination to ignore me, because she turns forward again, renewing the scolding of her erewhile's dragon.
Freddie, you must redeem yourself! There's rising newcomers on the scene, you know. Backwater talent like Wreckcraft, Lift Table, and Hagen are taking their respective nations by storm. Don't tell me your age is getting to you.
I mean, he's been around for at least 120 years. Apparently that's pretty old by my standards.
The end is in sight. Go for the finish, Freddie.
But just as she stands up in her seat, only... Fuck, let me drink water.
Doing these voices hurt my throat really much. And I'm kind of a dumbass, I can't really read, so I need a little bit of a distraction. Sorry about that. But I hope you enjoyed this series. And make sure you like and subscribe. Okay, bye.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But to be honest, I do use these as a distraction because my throat does hurt like a bitch. But just as she stands up in her seat, only to be stopped by a belt, and waves one arm dramatically forward, the ride begins to slowly lower, pulling back in speed.
No!
But yes, our time on the ride has come to an end, judging from the deceleration. This seems to put Sakura into a frenzy.
I should have known. If you are what you eat, then Freddie, just because a JPDA certifies grass-fed, gluten-free organic carrots, and no race can be won by a JPDA certified grass-fed, gluten-free organic carrot.
She still doesn't look at me, even as she unbuckles the seatbelts and jumps out of the vehicle. I barely catches her arm as she leaves. Hey, Akira, what's the big deal?
You let go of that arm, Cap.
Suddenly sounds very serious. I let go of her arm. You're avoiding me, aren't you?
Ah! Avoiding your face is very different from avoiding you, Cap.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means that it's time to meet up with the others.
She bounds away before I can stop her. Great. Guess I have to follow along. The rest of the group has reconvened by the map. Some noticeably more thrilled than others.
How was it, Rui, being on a pod by yourself? Oh, not you too, Misaki. Akira, how was it for you? Me? Oh,
Well, I had fun. Well, I had fun. Fuck, I can't do his voice. Seriously? Well, I had fun. I sat in a pod with this kid who I convinced to check out Governmaker. Yeah. I'm sure it was good and all, but why don't we do something more exciting? The clamor of the group is starting to get to me, so I focus on Masato's statement. What do you suggest we try? You pick something, man. Thanks. Delegations at its finest. Right. Guess it's time to take another look at this map. Should I do one more, or should I end it here and just do these two last? Hopefully this is a fast one. Let's do... Or should I... Okay, if this is a fast one, we can do the last one. A large dome at the corner of the map catches my eye. I tap it for more details. Ultimate Laser Tag Center? Brought to you by Lemon-Skate Site Code. Lemon-Skate Site Code?
that's, glasses, right?
They're goggles with interactive displays. It gives you stats and target sensors, coursers, and a mini-map, so it feels like you're in a video game. Really? Yeah, we gotta give it a try. And he races off to the laser center without a second glance. I guess we're going there. Thankfully, no one seems to have any objections when we arrive at the attraction without any interruptions. We're admitted fairly quickly. Maybe because our group is large enough to single-handedly create a game. Okay, we need 2 team captains. Hell yeah! Anyone who wants to win, join me! We're gonna be great, not only shooting stuff, but solving stuff. Join the Harvard assassination crew today! Harvard assassination crew? What kind of name is that? Well, that's one captain. Who shall dare contest him? He bestows this out like an announcer of some twisted reality show. I will. It's preferable to follow an incompetent leader. It's preferable to following an incompetent leader. Her enthusiasm is overwhelming. Well, the captains have been selected, so without further ado, it's time to start the draft. Captain Kurgane, you may pick your first minion. Really? What do I say? Well, that was quick. I get where he's coming from. Rui's thoughtful, but can be quick on her feet. So she'll be a good selection. Sorry, I'm looking for water. I have my bed right here next to my desk, and I put my water there. I don't know why it should be on my desk. Yeah, it should be right here. The only thing on my desk right now is a Corona that I should be drinking. Okay, did I read this? Well, that was quick. I get where he's coming from. Rui's thoughtful, but can be quick on her feet. She would be a good selection. At the same time, I don't see the rush to pick her first. It's not like Elizabeth would even select her. Huh, a fair choice. Hayata is now aligned with the Harvard assassination crew. Captain Oshihiro, it's your turn. You can pick 2 minions, as per drafting rules. Official drafting rules for laser tag? It can't hurt. Oshiro, the clock's ticking. Elizabeth rolls her eyes but glances between the remaining participants. Misaki. That's Kazehara for the Resistance. We're the Resistance. What? Why the Resistance? I've always wanted to be part of a Resistance. Kazehara has joined the Resistance. We're not the Resistance. But I want to be part of a Resistance. If it were up to me to choose whether you're in the it's up to me whether you're in the Resistance or not. So, it is the Resistance? We're not a Resistance. Thankfully, the clamor dies down when Yahiko raises a hand. You may pick one more minion, unless you wish to give up your advantage. Never. Considering that getting her here was Anki to pull teeth, she remarkably engaged in all the activities. I choose. Her eyes pass over Akira and flinches at Yahiko. For a second, they flicker between Mia and Ari. Yama, get over here. Everyone falls into silence. For a long moment, all that can be heard is the faint hum of the overlights. You're serious? What? You weren't exactly happy with Yama earlier. Can't I pick who I want? I'm the captain. You want him? Not like that. I just want to win. Is that wrong? No, nothing wrong at all. I guess we gotta get the show on the road, hey folks. Captain Kagure, your selection. You may choose 2 minions. Well, ain't you playing? That I am. Come over to the Harvard Assassins crew. Sweet. As Yahiko slips over, Rui gestures wildly to Masato, tiptoeing to whisper in his ear. After a brief second, he nods. And the second one is Ari. Ari only blinks for a moment, but at Rui's friendly wave, she travels to Masato's group.
Which places Karubi on the Resistance by default? It's not the Resistance.
So, without further ado, let's get this game underway. Don your gear, players. Don your gears, players. We'll see you on the field of justice. Okay, so I give him like a... No, you know what? I'll probably do it next episode. With that, Masato leads his group to snatch up lightweight vests and goggles, and dashes into the black room. Elizabeth gathers us in a tight circle, her expression unreadable.
Right. I believe it would be of optimal efficiency to place 2 members on assault, 1 on defense, and 1 on intermediary. Misaki, what do you think of defense?
Probably because she trusts Misaki the most.
Great idea. Good. Yama and I lead the assault.
Probably because she wants to keep an eye on me.
Ikari. Leave it to me. Leave it to me. Top tier intermediary coming right up. What does an intermediary...
I could just imagine her not knowing the word like me.
What does intermediary do? As we have 2 people on assault, you'll mainly be covering for Misaki. However, Misaki will gradually stay in one location, while you run patrol. Gotcha. Mediocre class intermediary coming right up.
Elizabeth clearly ignores this. Instead, she heads to the rack, and tosses vests and goggles at us.
Yama?
Yes, Your Highness?
Don't be stupid.
Yes, Your Highness.
Although, that might prove too difficult for you.
I feel inspired already.
Right, we've wasted enough time. Let's go. Wait, what about a team chat? We don't need one.
She moves to the door, but Ikari tugs on her elbow. Is it Ikari, or is it Akira? I'm gonna go with Akira.
We can't start a war without a cat. It would be a travesty. Apparently, it would be a travesty if we use our time.
What?
Apparently, it would be a travesty if we use our time efficiently. Ah, come on. Team bonding is just as important as tactics and individual skill. Fine, but make it quick.
Akira salutes with a curious wink and gathers us into a huddle. She speaks breathlessly, her eyes shining with enthusiasm.
A day may come when the courage of man fails. Quickly, I said. Blah, blah, blah. This day we fight. Long live the resistance.
And heck, why not? Long live the resistance.
Let's go, go, go. Deploy, deploy, deploy.
Okay, I'm going to there, man. Yeah, why are you ending there? 2 reasons. I am tired. The time is going over 50 minutes. And you're probably not watching this. Seriously, my last video only got 1 view, so I'm pretty sure no one's watching this, so it's good to end it here. Because no one's gonna complain, aren't they? I can just imagine if I ever do get like 1 million or like even 1,000, someone's gonna come back to this video and be like, yeah, I stayed till the end. Please love me, senpai. Man, I'm tired. I'm gonna just finish my Corona. Alrighty. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button,
hit the bell notification to see whenever I post, and leave a comment. Alright, this is Gat saying farewell. And as always, bye bye.